Hey guys, hope everything is going well. You guys know that drill. Smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't, comment down below. Follow me on Instagram at AIH_sports. Follow me on my finance channel at AIH Finance. Today, I'm going to be talking about Gary Vee and the latest interview he did on Jeremy Lee's show. And I know Dustin did a video reaction as well. We talked about it in our live stream last night with Steve Splenda, with LT, and also Hobby Shark. And my opinion about this, I don't know what you guys think and gals think, but Gary Vee basically took a huge break from the industry, or he stopped doing podcasts. And I noticed that he stopped a lot of the content after Vegas Dave basically did a video about him. And Vegas Dave was actually right about, hey, prices are going to tank from here. He was like burning, what, a Michael Jordan rookie card, but I don't know if that was fake. I was reading that, hey, it could be. I didn't look closely into it. So you have that situation where Gary Vee took a break, and then he came back in the NFT space. Like, I'm talking about sports cards, he took a break. But the NFT space, he was active. He pivoted towards that. He also did that VeeFriend stuff, right? A lot of people got turned off by that. And I'm just thinking, you know, I understand Jeremy Lee works in the industry. I understand you have to be very careful in how you deal with people in the industry. Everyone's connected. I understand that. When you're in the professional world, there's a certain way you have to act, and obviously, you know, certain topics are taboo. But here's what I would have liked someone to ask Gary Vee live, right? So Gary Vee did not go live. Usually Jeremy Lee does his live streams where there's a comment section and people ask all these questions. Now, I think Dustin was talking about this, that, hey, if they had a comment section, they'd probably be blasting Gary Vee. And you'd probably see people ask questions like me. And here's what I would ask, right? I stated this in the live stream yesterday night. Number one, were your buddy Dan Fleischman, if I'm pronouncing that name correctly, was he pumping and dumping when all you guys were on that Zoom call? And I think Steve Aoki was on that Zoom call. And you had all this flood of liquidity into the market. Was Fleischman telling people to basically buy cards that he owned, right? I think Gary Vee said that, hey, he wasn't really dumping, okay? So people associated with you, because there was a video that Ziggy actually covered. And then if you go back, I think it was August of 2021, Fleischman was on the Luca Nation podcast, podcast, which I've been on twice. And they were discussing that Zoom call. So I was very suspicious of that. Okay? Now, once again, just because I think it's suspicious doesn't mean any hanky-panky went down. Alright? Let's just reiterate that. Now, two, I would ask Gary Vee, you know, on a live stream, okay, did you steal Karen Ritchie's pictures? Gratitude Gorilla and Determined Dolphin, right? Now, it could be a mere coincidence, okay? I think P. Ryan Collection posted this on his IG sometime last year, where it could have just been like, hey, you're coming out, or you're coming up with positive phrases to describe animals and to allow kids to, you know, be more positive, and, you know, this could just be some sort of collection that kids could have, okay? So it could have been a mere coincidence, right? But I was suspicious, right? And I think South Park Cards was discussing this, and a few other channels on Instagram were discussing this as well last year, right? But that got swept underneath the rug, right? No one wanted to question the Zero Cool brand, right? No one wanted to question these characters. And on top of it, I would have asked, hey, Gary Vee, do you think it's weird all of this shill bidding went on these Zero Cool products on eBay, right? On the secondary market. Now, obviously, Gary Vee cannot control the secondary market, but I'd ask him, hey, there's a lot of zero bid people, zero review people were hyping and bidding that up, right? And a lot of the people in the industry were quiet because they didn't want to upset Josh Luber, who's no longer with Fanatics, to my understanding, and also they didn't want to piss off Fanatics, right? You're going to see a lot of people in the coming year or 2 years, because of potential sponsorship opportunities, they're going to be very kind to Fanatics, right? They may go after a Brian Gray instead of Leaf. But no, not Fanatics, because they're going to be controlling this whole thing. And just imagine if they get the Panini licenses, right? So, I have nothing against people that get sponsored, but ultimately, you're not going to be as critical as, or as objective as maybe my channel and a few other channels out there, okay? So just want to point that out. So those are the questions I would ask, because a lot of people are thinking that, and the perception of Gary Vee has changed among a lot of people out there, okay? Everyone used to praise Gary Vee. Now it's just, you know, yeah, there will be some enthusiasts out there, but you can see in my channel, like, the branding of Gary Vee has gone downhill. Now, I do believe Gary Vee, when there is way more blood in the streets, now there is some blood in the streets right now, but if there's way more blood in the streets, he's going to scoop in my opinion, and buy up the cards, right? Now, I think he's going to be a little more careful in how he posts it on social media. I think he learned that, hey, look, he can have a huge influence on people just hyping the daylights out of these cards. So I do appreciate that from Gary Vee, but ultimately, I think that still a lot of people will not ask him tough questions because obviously they like Gary Vee. Gary Vee has made a profound difference in their life, and I understand that, and I can see why many people are like, hey, you know, we shouldn't be going after him. Okay, makes sense. But yeah, those are the questions that I would have asked. Now, I wonder how many more times Gary Vee is going to come back, right? I remember Gary Vee and listening to his interviews that, hey, he was buying like all these ads while the tech bubble was bursting. He was investing in some of these tech stocks or making these investments when everything was basically down in the dumps. So I think that's why I believe that he's going to be buying up sports cards, maybe during the reset in a couple years, and he will be back. But I think he's just going to be a little more careful in how he presents the cards that he's buying moving forward. And he did say that he is bidding on some of these auctions right now. He's playing around, so that's quite interesting. So Gary Vee's back, then I do expect a bump up in the markets, right? Now, I don't think it's going to be too long. I don't think it's going to be too much of a bull market, but I do expect some sort of sizable bounce, but something that I do not want to aggressively, I do not want to be aggressively playing. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think. Remember to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't. Comment down below, guys. Thank you. Bye.